Vietnam is known for its beautiful women. They carry the gentle grace of the East while blending in a touch of French romantic charm. Vietnamese women are generally slim with delicate limbs and heights ranging from 150 to 165 centimeters, giving off a petite, graceful impression. They usually have oval or melon-shaped faces with soft, smooth facial lines and subtle bone structure, creating a gentle appearance. Their eyes are almond-shaped or phoenix-like, with a bright, pure look that often carries a sense of shyness or modesty. Their noses are small and refined, with rounded tips that harmonize with their gentle facial contours, adding an elegant Eastern charm. In terms of regional differences, Northern women tend to fit the classic East Asian aesthetic, fair skin, delicate features, and an elegant, refined temperament with a lady of the house aura. Central women have a more classical, poetic, and melancholic beauty. Southern women, influenced by tropical climate and diverse cultures, are more open, lively, and fashion-forward, often with healthy tan skin and more mixed features. From the 1990s to the early 2000s, some regions of Vietnam were economically underdeveloped, and women had limited job opportunities. Marrying abroad was seen as a quick way to improve their and their families' financial situations. Meanwhile, many men from rural areas of Taiwan, mainland China, South Korea, or economically disadvantaged regions faced difficulties finding partners due to gender imbalance and high marriage costs. Because marrying a Vietnamese woman was relatively affordable and culturally compatible, a massive transnational matchmaking industry was born. These agencies advertised aggressively to attract men, organized matchmaking tours to Vietnam, and arranged quick engagement meetings. They profited by charging high agency fees. However, many issues arose. Some brides ran away after receiving dowries or gaining residency. Others, who had barely met their husbands and faced language and cultural barriers, suffered from loneliness and homesickness, leading to marital breakdowns. Some were treated as bought wives, forced into heavy domestic labor and childbirth, lacking equality, respect, and even facing domestic violence. There were also cases where agencies or grooms exaggerated their wealth, leading women to discover that the promised life abroad was a lie. These factors led to waves of Vietnamese bride escape incidents online. With Vietnam's rapid economic development and rising education levels, marriages based purely on financial motives have decreased. The Vietnamese government has also tightened regulations on international marriages. As the economy improved, dowries and matchmaking fees rose, no longer being as cheap as before. Nowadays, many Vietnamese women who marry abroad do so not just to escape poverty, but to seek better education, personal growth, or genuine love. Geography and demographics. Vietnam is located at the southeastern tip of the Indochina Peninsula in Southeast Asia. It borders China's Guangxi and Yunnan provinces to the north and Laos and Cambodia to the west. The country is long and narrow, about 1,650 kilometers from north to south, and only 50 kilometers wide at its narrowest point. It covers an area of around 330,000 square kilometers, slightly smaller than China's Yunnan province. Vietnam is divided into 28 provinces and 6 municipalities, with a total population of around 100 million. The capital Hanoi is the second largest city by population but the largest in area, while Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon, is the country's largest port and economic center. Vietnam is a multi-ethnic nation with 54 ethnic groups, of which the Kinh Viet people make up about 86% of the total population. Economy. In 2024, Vietnam's nominal GDP was about $450 billion, with a per capita GDP of around $4,500. Agriculture. 12% of GDP, employs 35% of the population. Vietnam is the world's second largest rice and second largest coffee exporter, and the largest dragon fruit exporter globally. Industry and construction. 38% of GDP, the main growth driver. The electronics sector is the backbone of Vietnam's industry. Samsung is the largest investor. Over half of all Samsung phones are made in Vietnam. Other investors include LG, Intel, Foxconn, and Luxshare. Vietnam is now a vital part of the global electronics supply chain. Textiles and apparel. A traditional strength. Vietnam is the world's second largest textile and clothing exporter, producing for brands like Nike and Adidas. Services, 41% of GDP, growing fast with the rise of the middle class and modernization of finance and banking. Tourism is also a major source of foreign exchange with strong post-2023 recovery. China and South Korea are Vietnam's biggest tourist sources. Popular destinations include Ha Long Bay, Hoi An and Phu Quoc Island. Living standards. In 2024, the average monthly salary in Vietnam ranged between 7 to 9 million VND, about 2,000 to 2,600 RMB. In Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi, salaries are much higher. White-collar workers earn 3,500 to 5,800 RMB/month, and around 6,000 renminbi per month is needed for a comfortable lifestyle. In Da Nang, Nha Trang and Quy Nhon, living well requires 4,000 to 5,500 RMB/month. Tourism highlights. Ha Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its thousands of limestone islands scattered across emerald waters. Visitors can explore caves like the Surprise Cave or relax on Paradise Island. Hoi An ancient town, a well-preserved 15th-century trading port blending Chinese, Japanese, French and Vietnamese architecture. Famous as the City of Lanterns, it glows beautifully at night. Tourists can also enjoy ao dye photography or make handmade lanterns. Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, the bustling heart of Vietnam with a mix of French colonial charm and modern urban energy. Landmarks include the Reunification Palace, Central Post Office and Notre Dame Cathedral. The Bui Vien Street nightlife is lively with bars and night markets. Hanoi, the 1,000-year-old capital featuring Hon Kim Lake, Ngoc Sun Temple and the 36 ancient streets. Perfect for exploring, tasting street food and sipping Vietnamese coffee. The train street, where trains pass within inches of local cafes, has become a viral tourist hotspot. Conclusion. Vietnam is a book that must be read slowly. Its charm lies not only in the natural wonders of Ha Long Bay, the lantern-lit nights of Hoi An, or the historical majesty of Hue Imperial City, but also in the ordinary rhythms of daily life in its streets and alleys. This nation is undergoing rapid transformation while still preserving its unique cultural identity. If given the chance, would you choose to visit Vietnam? Is South Ho Chi Minh really fun? If you're a guy, then it's highly recommended. This place is known as the Little Paris of the East, and it's full of beautiful women everywhere. If you've been living in your own country for too long, you might actually feel a bit shocked when you come here. You'll realize how easy it is to approach girls, and how active they can be. However, keep in mind they might be interested in you or in your wallet. So when you're out and about, stay sharp and don't get carried away. Other than memories, leave nothing behind. If you're a woman and not into nightlife, this place might not be for you. Tourist attractions are basically limited to places like the Central Post Office and the Pink Church. If you want to visit Vietnam, I'd actually recommend Nha Trang, Da Nang, Mui No or Phu Quoc Island instead, all with sunshine and beaches. Perfect for vacations, seaside photos and girls' trips.